5 habits that make you well respected. Respect does not begin in conversation, titles, or recognition. It begins privately, through standards, decisions, and the way a woman carries responsibility for her own life. Many women seek external validation without realizing that respect mirrors internal structure. When habits align with self-respect, the response from others transforms naturally. This invites a meaningful reflection. Which patterns in your life are shaping the level of seriousness, care, and regard you receive? Number 1. Keeping your word and honoring commitments. There is a quiet strength in a woman whose word is reliable. When you promise something, whether to yourself, your family, or your colleagues, and you follow through, it communicates more than words ever could. Many women misunderstand this idea, believing that saying yes to everything is the way to be seen as dependable, or that flexibility and constant accommodation will make others value them. In truth, overcommitting can quietly erode respect. When we stretch ourselves too thin or make promises we cannot keep, it sends a message that our boundaries, and ultimately our self-respect, are negotiable. A wiser approach is thoughtful commitment. Before saying yes, pause and consider whether you can honor it fully. It is not about withholding generosity or avoiding responsibility. It is about creating integrity between your intentions and your actions. Research from organizational psychologists suggests that reliability consistently shapes how seriously others treat us and how much trust we are given, both personally and professionally. For example, a woman who consistently shows up for her team at work, completes tasks on time, and attends scheduled family moments with focus and presence quietly builds credibility. She does not announce it, she does not over-explain, it simply shows. Others begin to notice and respond differently, naturally giving weight to her voice and decisions. Reflect on this. Respect grows in the small, consistent choices we make daily. Every commitment kept becomes a subtle declaration of who you are. And when you align your actions with your word, it prepares the heart and mind to speak with grace, which leads us to the way we communicate with others, calmly, respectfully, and intentionally. Number 2. Speaking respectfully, even when correcting or disagreeing. Respectful speech is one of the quietest forms of influence a woman can cultivate. It is not about being silent or avoiding difficult conversations. It is about communicating with clarity, grace, and thoughtfulness, even when challenging another perspective. Many women misunderstand this. They believe that speaking softly means being passive, or that disagreement must be sharp to be heard. On the other hand, some assume that firmness requires intensity or force. Neither is true. A wiser approach is intentional communication. You can correct, disagree, or set a different standard while maintaining dignity for yourself and for the person you are addressing. Experts in emotional intelligence note that how we say something often matters more than what we say. Calm, measured language invites engagement, while sharp or reactive words can provoke resistance, regardless of truth or insight. Consider a professional setting. A woman offers an alternative strategy during a team meeting. Instead of asserting her idea with force or criticism, she presents it with confidence and reasoning, listening carefully to responses. Others are more open, not because she dominates the conversation, but because her manner signals respect and thoughtfulness. The same principle applies in personal life. Correcting a loved one or a friend can become an act of care rather than confrontation when delivered with composure and empathy. When we speak with respect, we model the standard we hope others will follow. It builds quiet authority and invites collaboration. And the ability to communicate this way is closely connected to how we manage ourselves internally, our patience, awareness, and emotional steadiness, which brings us naturally to the next habit, maintaining control over our emotions, even under pressure. Number 3, maintaining emotional self-control under pressure. There is a distinct strength in a woman who can remain steady when circumstances feel overwhelming. Emotional self-control is not about suppressing feelings or pretending everything is fine. It is about responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Many women struggle here, believing that showing emotion freely will make them feel authentic, or that staying calm means disengaging from what matters. In reality, uncontrolled emotion can diminish credibility and shift the way others perceive you, even when your intentions are pure. A wiser perspective is that self-control is a form of self-respect. It allows you to navigate challenging conversations, unexpected setbacks, or stressful situations with clarity and presence. Experts in leadership and psychology suggest that women who cultivate emotional regulation are often perceived as more competent, reliable, and composed, regardless of their position or environment. For instance, imagine receiving unexpected criticism at work. A woman who pauses, listens, and considers her response carefully demonstrates maturity and composure. She addresses the concern with honesty and grace, rather than defensiveness or frustration. In personal relationships, this same skill helps maintain harmony without sacrificing boundaries, and it encourages those around her to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. Maintaining emotional steadiness is not about perfection. It is about creating space between stimulus and response where choice exists. The subtle power of this habit reshapes interactions and reinforces the respect others feel toward you. And the clarity that comes from self-control naturally supports the next habit, setting boundaries intentionally, without apology, in a way that honors both yourself and those around you. Number 4, setting clear boundaries without apology. Boundaries are one of the quietest yet most powerful ways a woman communicates her self-respect. They are not walls or barriers. They are clear statements about what you will and will not accept, delivered calmly and intentionally. Many women misunderstand this, believing that setting boundaries will make them seem rigid or unkind, or that they must apologize whenever they assert their limits. In truth, unclear boundaries often lead to exhaustion, resentment, and diminished regard from others. A wiser approach is to view boundaries as an act of clarity, not rejection. When you communicate your limits simply and without unnecessary justification, you create a space where both your needs and the needs of others can coexist respectfully. Research in interpersonal relationships shows that people are more likely to honor boundaries when they are consistent, confident, and delivered without defensiveness. Consider everyday scenarios. Perhaps a colleague repeatedly asks for help at the last minute, or a friend expects constant emotional availability. Responding with a calm, firm, and clear message, such as, "I can help, but I need notice in advance," or "I need time for myself this evening," signals respect for your own time and energy while maintaining goodwill. The power of boundaries lies in their consistency. They teach others how to engage with you thoughtfully and responsibly, without resentment or conflict. And when boundaries are rooted in self-respect and emotional steadiness, they reinforce a deeper habit, the practice of consistency in character and behavior, which shapes how you are regarded in every interaction. Number 5, practicing consistency in character and behavior. There is a subtle but undeniable power in a woman whose character and behavior are steady across situations. Consistency is not rigidity. It is a reflection of integrity, showing that your words, actions, and decisions are aligned, no matter the circumstances. Many women misunderstand this concept, thinking adaptability means adjusting values to fit the moment, or that being seen as flexible is more important than being consistent. In truth, inconsistency can create confusion and reduce the weight of your presence, even when your intentions are good. A wiser approach is to cultivate alignment between who you are and how you act. When your behavior reflects your principles, others know what to expect, and trust naturally follows. Experts in leadership and social psychology note that individuals who demonstrate consistent character are more likely to be respected and influential in both personal and professional spheres. For example, a woman who treats colleagues, family, and friends with fairness, kindness, and accountability consistently is perceived as grounded and reliable. She does not shift her values to gain approval or avoid discomfort. Even in moments of challenge, her actions mirror her principles. Others respond to her words and decisions with confidence because they trust her judgment. Consistency is not only about how others perceive you, it reinforces your own self-respect. When your choices are steady and intentional, your inner compass grows stronger, and respect becomes a natural reflection of your integrity. This habit also prepares the heart for a deeper level of consideration, one that extends beyond yourself, honoring the time, space, and dignity of others, which brings us to our bonus insight. Bonus point: showing consideration for others' time, space, and dignity. As a special insight for those who have stayed with this journey, there is profound respect in honoring not just yourself, but the people around you. Consideration is often overlooked because it feels small, yet it is one of the most powerful ways to elevate the quality of your relationships and presence. Many women underestimate the impact of being thoughtful about someone else's time, emotional space, or personal boundaries, assuming respect is only about self-discipline or personal achievement. A wiser approach is simple. Approach every interaction with awareness and care. Being punctual, listening attentively, and acknowledging the efforts and dignity of others communicates value without words. Research in social psychology shows that subtle acts of consideration, like not interrupting, keeping promises, or allowing someone the space to express themselves, create stronger trust and appreciation than grand gestures alone. For example, a woman who respects schedules at work, waits her turn in conversation, or honors a friend's personal space quietly shapes the energy of every room she inhabits. These acts ripple outward, encouraging reciprocal respect naturally. By practicing this consistently, you extend the respect you cultivate internally into the world around you, reinforcing the habits we've explored and contributing to a community of women who are intentional, graceful, and deeply influential. As you reflect on these habits, take a moment to commit to intentional growth. If you stayed with me through this video, comment intentional living to mark your dedication to becoming your most grounded, respected self. If these insights resonated, like this video and share it with women who are ready to embrace clarity, consistency, and self-respect. Subscribe to this channel to continue this journey of transformation and wisdom. Thank you for giving your time to yourself and this community. I'll see you back here tomorrow, ready to continue growing together.